Hello and welcome to CIS 2. This is Intro to Computer Science at Shasta College, the ACE edition this semester, so fall 2021. So I wanted to make a quick video just describing kind of what ACE is and then what to sort of expect for this course. If you're already familiar with the ACE program, then you're good to go. If you're not, it stands for Accelerated College Education. And what it means to you is you're in a section of Intro to Computer Science that will go very quickly. So we complete the entire course in 8 weeks. So this is it's not like you do less work. You're going to do all the same work as a normal semester course, but it is all stacked up into 8 weeks. So we get started right away, and it's kind of crazy. So if that scares you a little bit, it should, because this is a 4 unit class, and we do have a lot of work. So, but that's okay. Now, this isn't my typical like welcome video. You'll see this in here and kind of what to do next. You know, you'll see those after. But I just wanted to make a video and just mention a few things, just because we are specific to ACE. There's some things you need to know. First thing you need to know is you'll see on here how to buy myprogramminglab.com license with the Python eText. That's the way you want to get the book. So if you've already purchased the print copy of the book and it has the My Programming Lab license in it, which would be like I don't know, like a cardstock card that you tear off somewhere in the book. They usually just kind of shove it in there and then put it in the little, saran wrap or whatever, and that's it. It's not the code that's on the inside cover. That's for something completely different. You don't even need that because I post all that stuff in the course. So anyway, so that's the best way to do it because you will be starting out with Python right away. And I made this little thing. You'll see this little schedule right here, and I put it up here. I just wanted to mention we really have 3 parts to the class. And I set it up in Excel this way just because that's the way I have it set up in Canvas. So you'll see this miscellaneous stuff that you're going to do right at the beginning. So you'll see the Scratch. In fact, if I scroll over here, you'll see some Scratch stuff in here. That's to get you going. It's block stuff, block coding, and some of you may have seen this before. So you'll see, some assignments in there. Again, there are videos for all this kind of stuff. I just want to make a quick video and in the welcome video, I go over a lot of these things too, but just very quickly. So we have Scratch stuff here. So this is miscellaneous. Then we do number systems. So we'll do, you can see these are the due dates by September 5th. So this particular week, you will be doing binary, decimal, and hexadecimal conversions. Sounds terrible, but it's actually not too bad once you get the hang of it. So just kind of like, you'll see it kind of clicks and you're like, oh yeah, this isn't bad at all. So anyway, so that's part of what you'll do. So those are the kind of the miscellaneous assignments that are right at the top. And this is the way it's laid out. Now you won't see all these things in your Canvas instance yet, but this is what you see eventually. Then we're doing Python. Now Python is the code of this, that we're using for this class, or it's the language we're using for this class. It's the heart, that's what I meant to say, sorry. It's the heart of this class. So we're using Python to introduce coding to you in this particular course. So we will be doing a lot of coding assignments, and my view on coding, I've taken many coding classes over the years, learned languages on my own, taken classes. I turned 50 last month, so if that tells you I'm a dinosaur, then yes, I am. But I learned to code a long time ago, and then I'm still training in Google Training right now, doing some things. And my view of coding and the tools that we use make it so much easier than we did back in the day. Okay, I'm not going to whine about that, but I'm just saying, like, there are so many tools that we can use, and if you've never coded before, you're in the right spot. This is a beginning class, so I expect that you come in here and you've never coded before. So if you're like, well, I coded in Java, C++, whatever, that's great. But I'm expecting that people coming in this class have never coded before, and it's my goal to make it easy for you. Now, ACE puts a little bit of a wrinkle in things because we have to go so quickly, but I've made a lot of videos you'll see in here, instructional videos, just like I would teach in the labs. Obviously we're stuck online, but this is, to me, I make them like, make the videos, make the instructions. I give you sample code. We use a site called Python Tutor and some other things that will make it easy for you to learn how to code. So it's not like it's, I don't think it's very difficult. And this is what I hear from students. I'm kind of a nerd, but from students from all sorts of different majors, they'll say, hey, I thought this was going to be a really hard class. It just takes time. The stuff's not difficult. You don't have to be a math major, nothing like that. Will we use math in coding? Yeah, sure we will, but it's not difficult. So I think you'll see sort of as we go along. All right. So anyway, so Python, that's the heart of our course here. And then this CUT stands for computers, understanding technology. That's the book that we use for this. Now this is something that we've worked out with a publisher, and you'll see after all the Python stuff over here, you'll see the cut things. Now this is integrated into the course. It's included with you registering, and the digital book is right here. So you can click on this link, and then they include a glossary as well. And then there are assignments. Now, there's more about this a little bit later on, but essentially what this is as part of our intro to computer science. You can see just by the titles of the chapter kind of what we're doing. So there's a piece on networking. We'll talk about cloud, basic hardware and software type stuff. And so that's what we're using the cut book for. So you'll see as you take a look at this, we start out right away. First week, you have some scratch stuff to do, and that's going to take you some time. There are videos and things in there that you'll see. You're going to have to do the first chapter in the Python book. This is not coding yet. The first chapter is just hardware and software and sort of getting going. And then you're going to do the first 2 chapters in the cut book and these little activities right here. By the way, if you've not done this in Canvas before, this is very useful. Just go, hover over here, you click, drops it down, so you get rid of that. So once you've completed something, I always do that. Otherwise, you scroll forever, right? So anyway, so there's that. But anyway, so I don't want to talk about too many things. Just a few other things, and then I'm going to stop because I know there are some other videos, and I know you have to get started. But definitely buy the digital version of the book. That's the best way to do it. You get it right away as soon as the license, as soon as you pay it, the license goes. I believe it's $98. That includes a digital copy of the textbook and the My Programming Lab license, which you will need to complete some of your assignments. That's what this is here, My Programming Lab. So you'll do some things. We'll use like Python Tutor or Replit. You'll find out later what those are. But then you'll also, each chapter, I think except for chapter 6, you're going to use My Programming Lab. So, and Turtle. We don't use Turtle in My Programming Lab. But anyway, you'll see all that later on. A couple of little things. The videos that I've made that are instructional videos are for a full semester course. So as you're looking at those, don't pay attention to dates in the videos because you want to look at your dates and your assignments, especially too, because sometimes I'll change assignments from when I record a video or make the PowerPoint and with all the links in there and everything. And so I'll just decide, well, maybe I'll do a different assignment and I'll make one up or whatever. So pay attention. Just use what we are doing in Canvas. So if we look in here, there's here's a bunch of videos and then some of the assignments that you may see, but I like to mix them up. So just whatever's in Canvas is what you're responsible for, and pay attention to those dates. Also in the video from My Programming Lab, I think there's a different number, but this is the number that we use for this class. Once you actually buy a license, this is the very last step, is putting this in. So you'll see that. Okay, so dates and assignments from Canvas. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm not on campus. Obviously, this is an online only class, and with the COVID thing and all the restrictions, so I'm not on campus. It's super sad because I don't know if you've been on campus recently, maybe not, but if you have been on campus the last year or so, you'll see what you want on the price tag, but it's a $7 million plus computer science building that is essentially done. We just have to, we have computers to put in and those kinds of things, get the robotics lab set up, but it's an amazing building with all sorts of super fun tools and collab areas, and it's awesome. Like, it's the best building on campus, but we are not using it, so it really sucks. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. So anyway, so I'm not there. So I'm not in my office. That eventually I'll be in there. Normally I'm on campus, but I can't be. So if you need to get a hold of me, send me a message through Canvas. Over on the left side of Canvas in the green, you'll see inbox. That's the best way. Theoretically, nothing gets filtered out of there. If you send me an email, I should get it, but sometimes our mail filter gets a little bit aggressive and I may not get it. So if you do send me an email and you haven't heard back from me, I usually respond to you within 24 hours. I'm pretty good about it. Maybe not on a weekend, but I'm kind of nerdy, so I do still check messages a lot of times on the weekends too, but use inbox and Canvas just to make sure that I will get it. Okay, let's see the last thing, and then we'll stop this video, and I'll let you go on to the next thing and actually see an actual welcome video where I'll go through kind of more of what to expect and that kind of stuff. But the last thing I want to mention is make sure you do your own work. All right, so I don't think COVID helped us all with being online and all that stuff, but it's very easy to use the internet to find answers for anything, right? So please submit your own work. Don't earn an F. You won't get a warning from me. You'll just fail the course. So don't copy something from YouTube video or from sites that everyone knows about online. Please do your own work. Don't cheat yourself. If you don't have time to do the course, drop and take it when you have time. Okay, so I'll just say that one time, just a warning. So anyway, I had way too many people earn Fs last semester. It was super sad. So anyway, so there's that. If I'm going to say one more thing about the ACE program, there's a lot of work. You have to get the book right away. If you're like, I can't get the book until the 4th week, drop the class. It's over. We're halfway through the course by then. So you have to have the materials, otherwise you can't do the work in here. So if that's a problem, drop, take it next semester. We're not changing the book or anything else next semester. We're totally fine with that. But there's a lot of work. The other thing, if you get overwhelmed and you're like, man, I can't keep this pace up, that's totally fine. ACE is a very specific group of people that like to just concentrate on maybe one class at a time instead of taking 5. If you're taking an ACE class and you have 5 other classes, you are in a world of hurt. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So we won't be changing books. By the way, there is a newer edition of our book. No reason. It's more expensive. Really haven't changed that much as far as Python, the language. So don't sweat that. So if you see a little notice, if you're looking on Amazon or something, they're like, there's a newer edition of the book. We don't care. Stay with the 4th edition. So anyway, so that's that. This is way longer than I wanted it to be, but if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, please go on to the welcome video. See, I'll go a little bit slower and kind of walk you through some of the expectations and things. And then when you get to what to do next, basically buy the book, and then kind of walk through that way. So I hope you enjoy this class. I love this stuff. To me, it's just super fun. My wife says that I'm a nerd, so that's why. But I do love this stuff. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions or have any issues getting the book. It's pretty straightforward. This video from Pearson, the publisher, just kind of walks you right through it. But anyway, thank you. Welcome to the course, and have fun.